Good morning, Mike's Diabetes World. Well, it's early morning, and we're out here, and I thought today I'd start the new round with a little bit more substance to these videos. But I thought I'd discuss today my check-in. I don't know if I mentioned the lights, but they're kind of bright over there. I thought it was nice. And I went and saw two of my doctors today. I went and saw my endocrinologist, and I went and saw my eye doctor. Well, first of all, my endocrinologist was a good visit. I honestly have to say it was a good visit. He's increased some of my iron pills. I was high and low, or not, wasn't high enough on one and I was fine on another. So we're deciding to try it. I've also been noticing that with a lot of the times I go high, I'm dehydrated, and I notice this before I go high. So I'm gonna try drinking more water. Now, I have a movie tumbler, and I fill that up twice, and I will drink that down, and it seems to work fine. It keeps me at a stable level at night. When I go to bed, I have to make sure I have a stable blood sugar, let's put it that way. So if I'm not, I give a shot of glucagon, and then I'm going to continue. That's the plan. Now, I could start, doing, cornstarch. That worked for a bit, and then I got onto the glucagon, and I forgot to mention to him about the glucagon. So when I go back in April, I'll have to mention and say, what about did this really do anything for me? But we'll have to see. I really like the way things are calming down. Now, something I've noticed, and I don't know some of you may want to come on with this and have a chat, that my body seems to be shook up whenever I go through a DKA cycle. Now, last February, was it February? February to March, I went into the hospital with a low blood sugar, and they kept me there. I then, during that cycle, went through a DKA. I went through a couple, I think, Anyway, I think that shocks my system. And I went through 2 times of high blood sugars causing DKA in the past while. 2 years ago, I went through one that I ended up in the hospital. And I ended up in the hospital for 9 months because they couldn't figure out why my body was so erratic. And to tell you the truth, I couldn't figure it out either. And we started testing different theories. And so we're going and we're going to take a look at things around that. We also discussed, I just got a new insulin pump in September, and he's going to look at seeing the possibilities of getting another new one so that it will more mimic my, if I had a pancreas. Is that going to work? I don't know. I don't know if the pump company is going to go for exchanging this one for that one, but he said they're giving them an awful lot of business. I don't know. We'll see. If it happens, it happens. What else did we discuss? I got drugs. We went over some of the tests I did, and that's where I said that's why we increased the iron, because one of the tests showed I was okay, the other showed I wasn't quite there. So we're going to try more iron and more iron shots. So anyway, I go back and I'll see him at the diabetes center. I believe it's April 26th. So I've got a little bit of a wait left there. Now, next, I did the thing I hate the most. Out of all the doctors I hate is the eyes. And there's nothing wrong with the doctor. The doctor is always pleasant with me, and he did, I had some retinopathy years ago, and he gave me laser therapy.
Hello.
Hello. And that was fun and exciting. But it's held, and that's a positive thing. For the amount of business that my blood sugars have been doing, that's me going up and down. If you haven't noticed there, that's a little bit easier. So I'm always a little curious. Last time he seemed to get me in and get me out really quickly. And I was kind of wondering, well, what's sort of up with this? Well, anyway, it turned out to be good news that everything was going well, and he pretty well used me as a teaching session. So I had a couple look at my eyes and say, now, he said something about something was growing there, but it didn't have any blood supply, so I don't know what that means. He's happy with it. He said 8 months. So they called today and we made the appointment. I'm terrible at calling. You know, he always says, call the office and make an appointment, and I say, sure, I will, and I never do. I'm the worst for doing that. But they called me, and I made the appointment for August, I believe. But it'll be a good turn. Sorry, it seems like I would never, if I didn't have the diabetes and didn't need time off for when I had a low blood sugar, I would never have time to work. I'm constantly um, having low blood sugars and trying to treat them. I lose time from work. Basically, I have worked in human resources, and I know that that's not a positive role model that you want for an employee. So if I want kind of a managerial role, then, someone's going to say, oh, well, you can't really do it. And I would kind of understand. Now, there's a whole thing on whether diabetics should be hireable. And they usually go by a lot of old data, and that's sort of like saying, oh, well, they're always off work. Well, good, tight, controlled diabetes, you shouldn't be off work. And for me, in theory, they could fly, but you can't have a commercial license. You can be a flight attendant or mechanic, and I don't know. There's always something to do. But that's it when you take care of yourself. If you're someone in my predicament where I can always have a low blood sugar whenever I don't know about it, well, then you have to think about it. So that's currently why I'm not working. So I don't think I'm capable of working right now. But that was my week. Anyway, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.